What is up, everybody? This is Omegabalmung, and welcome to a little gameplay sessions that I'm currently working on right now. It is just for Sleeping Dogs for the PlayStation 4. This is the Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition for the PlayStation 4. Yes, you can buy the game on PSN right now for about $7, $7.49 exact in North America right now, for about $7.49. $7.49. Super excited to replay this game. The reason why I decided to kind of replay this game is because if you guys haven't heard yet, or it's been like a day or two now that somebody announced that United Front Games, who's the developer of Sleeping Dogs, has closed their studio down. So it's pretty sad because I'm super excited to see what they were trying to do. I know they had problems going into the game. They tried to do a game called Triad Wars, and Triad Wars was kind of it's a PC game only, and it was trying to be this kind of open world Sleeping Dogs kind of game. I don't know what it was they were trying to go with, but it had a cool concept to it, but they weren't bringing it to the consoles. It was just PC only, which is a little bit weird to say, just because the game became famous on the consoles, and of course it was also on PC also, but that's where it really became famous. It should have been out on both, on all the consoles and PC, but they segmented that off. But anyways, they tried doing that. And then they also tried doing a game called Smash and Grab or something like that. I've seen a little bit of the gameplay for it. It didn't look too great from what I've seen. So far as I know, it was an early access game, and now they, with the closure of the studio, they took it out of Steam access or early access. They took the game down fully, so it's gone now. I think it was in early access or beta or something like that. It looked kind of weird. It didn't look right. And you know what, it just wasn't that. I wasn't feeling that. So but yeah, like I said, it was super sad to hear them, because I kind of wanted to see what they were trying to do, if they were after their failed attempt at Triad Wars, if they were trying to go and do something like Sleeping Dogs. I don't know if they're still part, or I don't know if they are part of Square Enix, but maybe it was just a publishing right kind of deal what Square Enix had on Sleeping Dogs. But I kind of wanted to see what they were, if Square Enix were trying, wanted to do another Sleeping Dogs 2, just because the definitive edition came out, and we're like, maybe they're doing something with Sleeping Dogs 2, and at the same time, they still could be doing something with Sleeping Dogs 2 or Sleeping Dogs, because I don't know if it's Square Enix's own name, but the game could still be coming out. Who knows? It could still be under a different developer. So but it's pretty sad for me to say. Sleeping Dogs was an awesome game. I loved it on the the PS3 days when I played it. It was a different take on kind of what we've seen. It's a Chinese, Asian American, or I shouldn't say Asian American, but it was Asian, lead as a character. It's been a while since we had one. I think with like True Crime or something like that, or I forgot what is it called for the PlayStation 2, yeah, it's been a while, so it was pretty cool to see a take on that. And it was, an open world, I want to say a really big open world game. It was, for me, it reminded me of something like Grand Theft Auto, in between with Mafia 2. The world wasn't as big as Mafia 2, but it was bigger than, or as big as Grand Theft Auto, a Grand Theft Auto city, but it was bigger than a Mafia 2 city. It didn't have as much things you could do in the city as Grand Theft Auto, but it had more than Mafia. So it was kind of like in that sandwich between, it had things to do, but it didn't at the same time. You have quests you could run and things like that. It was an open world game in a sense, but I love the game. The fighting to me was pretty cool too. It's straight up pretty much like Batman, Arkham Asylum. I think during that time it was either Arkham Asylum or Arkham City that came out, and they just kind of ripped that ripped that from the game, from Arkham, from Batman, and they put it into their style of kind of a kung fu kind of action flick kind of game. So I like that. And then you had cool, like, you know, grabbing kills and things like that. You could smash people's heads into walls. You could throw them into booths and kick them into booths and things like that. Run their head into fans and things like that. Oh man, it's such a cool game. So it's pretty sad that the game got, didn't get a second game. And like I said, hopefully we do see something like that. I'm playing it through right now. If you can see a little bit of the gameplay that I'm running through, just a few stuff. I just started it again, and not again, well, I just started it with the PS4 version, of course. I've beaten it on the PS3. I've done almost every, I didn't platinum it or anything like that. I usually don't platinum my games, but I've done almost every little thing, almost. And I haven't really played through any of the DLCs because I never, by the time they released the DLCs, I was kind of like gone already. I was like, the game is cool. I probably won't jump back in and things like that. So I'm probably going to play through the DLCs. Just a great way to look back into the game. It was kind of weird though, because they had a whole bunch of like actresses, like Emma Stone doing voice work for these characters. These kind of, well, you can't see me do air quotes, but girlfriends that the main character's gotten, and it was weird. It was weird because they made it seem like it was a big part of the game, but it wasn't. It was just kind of weird. I was like, oh yeah, you got these actors to come do voice work, and then you're like, oh cool, you go out with them and do things like that, and you do like 1 or 2 quests with them, and then now that was it. You don't get to see them anymore. So it was weird like that. Other than that, yeah, I was super excited to kind of replay this again. Really, I've been playing it through maybe the first hour of the game, and it's a little rough, but at the same time, it's still a really good game. Like I said, the action to me was top notch. I like the action. It wasn't, in the scope of Grand Theft Auto with, little mini quests you can do, or you can just drive around and things like that. The story was pretty cool. If you haven't seen the story yet, it's pretty much you're a undercover cop going into these triads who are, you're trying to kind of, I can't remember much of it, but it's very just go undercover and you're trying to bust these mobs, these triads, and see what they trying to bust them with, whatever they're doing, trying to stop these big triads, take over and things like that. So as a kid, I watched a lot of those Chinese movies where I think like the John Woo stuff, and it was pretty cool to see something like that. And if they were to make a second game, it'll probably be a different character, and I'm okay with it being a different character. And they could kind of replay the same story again. I mean, but just with a different character, you could kind of expand the world. It was something probably what Triad Wars was trying to do. Try to get you to join different factions and then duke it out and things like that. I think that's what Triad Wars was trying to do, but they failed at that, and unfortunately we won't get it. We won't be able to see it in action. I think people were able to play it a bit. I'm not 100% sure. I probably went to like alpha or something, beta, early alpha, and people got to play. I think people did get to play it, and unfortunately never got released to the public, and we won't be seeing it. So and that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to come and talk about. Like I said, it sucks to see that these guys aren't working on games anymore. I know they're some of the people there are pretty awesome, and they'll probably get jobs and things like that, but studio wise, we won't be able to see anything from Sleeping Dogs anymore. So anyways, that's what I wanted to just talk about in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys go out and pick up the game. It's, like I said, it's only $7 on the PlayStation Network store. I seen it on Steam like so many times for very cheap, so I would suggest you guys wait until like a publisher sale or something like that, or Steam sale, and maybe you guys could pick it up somewhere like cheap. I'm pretty sure you can find it somewhere else. If you got a PS3 only, I'm pretty sure it's cheap now. You can buy it used for cheap. If you're on Xbox One, I'm pretty sure same thing. It'll go on sale once in a while. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys come back next time for some more. This is just a quick video. Like I said, I guess you come back next time for some more of my videos. This is Omegabalmung. I'll see everybody next time. Peace out.